Hype can bring a manga people love to the eyes of more viewers and blow them out of the water, or be the reason they fail. Now, I loved the first 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul, as most do, and I watched 1 episode of this crap and couldn't even finish it. The OP wasn't even good. Wait, okay, that's actually pretty fire. Well, at least they did that. And who actually drew then animated this character? Are you kidding me? Don't even get me started on Promised Neverland. They had an obscene amount of hype. And now I guess you failed as an anime YouTuber if you don't have a video out on how bad season 2 is. I'm not saying the hype itself ruined the anime, but with this publicity and there's a lot of pressure, it's the expectation. When you have expectations, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Why am I quoting Ryan Reynolds? I don't know, but he's kind of right. And like so many things, expectations are too high to ever be able to achieve. In my opinion, even AOT did this with their final season. It was damn near impossible to ever live up to that hype. But damn, let me be honest, I could look at this picture all day. And the moment you've all been waiting for, Chainsaw Man. So I never read the manga for this. Might get some hate for that, so I don't get the hype, but holy cannoli, do these trailers look good. Mappa alone is also enough for me to want to watch it. And then you throw in a baddie? Yeesh! I'ma happily jump on board. And not because of her. No, at this point it's even more than hype. People are actually gonna lose it watching this. So is this expectation too big for any anime to surmount? Does this amount of hype help, or will it always hurt the anime? Let's look at some examples. Bald Man Season 2. The hype for this was extreme following that first season. People were stoked to watch Saitama and see if somebody was up to par with his abilities and able to push him. Turns out nobody was, and One Punch Man became but a mundane, boring anime with zero character development. Still made me chuckle every once in a while. I believe a lot of people needed his character to be developed instead of this stupid, repetitive, no longer funny bit that he's the One Punch Man. Which I get, it's the point of the story, but it's the feel of season 1 and the atmosphere that made it so popular. Season 2 seemed to shit all of this out of existence and more so not evolve away from this. Now who's to blame? The artists and the lack of personality in season 2, or the expectation we had for something to be great that season 2 could never live up to? Alright, I was gonna take that out, but I kinda got the AMV vibes right there. Now back to the reason you're watching this video. Chainsaw Man will let you down. That's not to say it won't be good. I bet it'll actually be fantastic. But just as your favorite book movie lets you down, the massive ceiling of expectation Chainsaw Man has could let everybody that has read it down. Take Harry Potter for example. I never read the books and I think they're wonderful movies, but any book reader will instantly tell you that they are mediocre and the book is so much better. Is that actually a fact, or is it that they effectively animated the story themselves in their minds and nothing can create the picture they did in their own head? I can say this as a reader of Berserk and being constantly let down by the many anime adaptations it has. While some of you haven't read it would think this is a great show, I wouldn't, because I built Berserk up in my head and created an idea of what it should be. Quick side note, Berserk might not have been the best example. This show is actual trash. I basically couldn't accept anyone else's adaptation of this idea. I couldn't accept that it would be different from mine. Just as many famous books and movies have let readers down, and many famous manga readers have been let down, even though the show is incredible. So this is why I say Chainsaw Man will let you, your mom, and everybody that's read it down. Because you have the idea in your head for how great it will be and how fantastic it could be, because you have animated it yourself reading it, and other readers have their own adaptation. So can anyone be happy with how it's animated? I don't know. I do know that if some of you bozos don't lower your expectations a bit and expect some flaws, my anime list will look like a 4chan thread on Molly by the end of the first season. It's not to say that some might love it, but that's because they shared the same feeling and animation as the animators and directors of the series. And even if it is amazing, which I fully expect it will be, we will still have some fans hating every second of it. The expectation of something being incredible can effectively kill the show for us individually. Now, let me know what you guys think. Will it live up to the expectation, or is it going to flop in a lot of people's heads because it's just not good enough? Alright, I'm Float. Thanks for watching. Load out.